Hey guys, I've been running around nonstop recently, so I'm just going to do a real quick intro today for my car for today's lesson, which is another video that I produced for jazzlessonvideos.com. This one features Braianom Carter doing the lesson. I'm playing on a lot of the video as well. Braianom Carter is an amazing drummer who's toured with everyone from Wynton Marsalis to Kurt Elling. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard him already. And we went into the studio here, and we have also got Matisse Picard on piano and Russell Hall on bass. So it's a really great band. We had a lot of fun. Coming up in this YouTube video, you're going to see 5 of the grooves from the full video. The full video is almost an hour long, and it's at jazzlessonvideos.com, so you can check that out. But here Brian breaks down 5 of the 25 grooves, and so this is more geared towards drummers because Brian talks about how to literally play it on drums, but he also talks about the whole breakdown of the groove. So it's really important for everyone to check it out because it's great for all musicians to understand how grooves work. If you really want to play with a good time feel, people always ask me, how do you play with a good time feel? Well, you should understand what the drummer is doing, and there's so much more to jazz drums than just 4/4 swing. So make sure to check this out, and hope to see you guys on the road soon. This week I'm going to be in France, and in a few weeks I'm going to be touring through Brazil, and a bunch of dates with Chris Bodie in August throughout the USA, and we'll be announcing fall dates soon on my website. So make sure to check that out, and I'll see you guys on the road soon.
Up-tempo brushes. So for the first time in this video, we're going to talk about a brush pattern that's not just all sweeps. With this right hand, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm really trying to utilize the entire drum here. Now with my left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can go counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you put them together, it kind of sounds like this. As you can see, when we put it all together, you're getting that spang-a-lang from the ride cymbal, but again, down here on the snare drum. Afro Cuban. It's actually one of my favorite grooves to play. A lot of people are thrown when we start talking about compound time signatures, but all 12/8 really means is a swung 4. So if we're thinking 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, we're dealing with 12/8. So when I start this groove, it's basically I'm thinking of it in 2 parts, the hands and the feet. Now in my hand, I'm going to have an African bell pattern. And it's a little bit tricky, but once you've got it, I think you've got it for life. Check this out. Awesome. Great job, guys. These guys have got it. So we're going to start with our feet. We're just going to have bass drum on 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Now with our hi-hat, we're going to put our hi-hat on 2 and 4 like we've been doing the whole day. You guys have got this. Y'all feel that? So now in my head, I'm thinking 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So I'm going to take that rhythm. Can you guys keep clapping that for me? Thank you. I'm going to take that rhythm, and I'm going to put it first on the ride cymbal. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it on the bell. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to switch to the booty of the stick, we call this the butt of the stick, and I'm going to put it right here on the floor tom. And once we have this foundation, we can add our left hand. And our left hand can imitate other sounds from other kinds of drums. Or we can just play on the rims. We can do all kinds of different things. And once we really absorb that bell pattern, we can even change it around and find other accents and add other notes or take away some things, leave some space. And that's how we're going to make it just a little bit more creative and make it groove just a little bit harder. And there you have it, Afro Cuban 12/8. So this next groove we're about to play is another funk groove from the late 60s, and it's a groove that's been sampled time and time again. And it's a pretty difficult groove to learn, but once you've got it and once you have that in your arsenal, you're going to use it over and over and over again on gigs, on recordings. So it's really, really helpful and useful to understand this groove. Now, the most important part of this groove is getting the accents together and learning kind of like where the accent in each limb is supposed to be placed. So for example, like the bass drum is, the snare, the hi-hat, so the trick is getting all those limbs to sit together and to land together and to feel good and natural. The mambo. Now, the best part of the mambo is that dance element. We want to make sure that we have that dance element. And here we introduce the clave. Hey, y'all, let's do a clave together. The clave is our key. It's what helps us unlock that danceability. So, in my left hand, I'm going to introduce something called the cascara, and it goes like this. Right? Now, in my right foot, in my bass drum, I want my bass drum to play what the bass is playing. So now we're going to play some mambo together. 1, 2, Oh, 1, 2, 3. Very nice. So now when I add everything together, I'm going to add the clave and the cascara and that rhythm with the bass. We're going to get something like this. The New Orleans dirge. Now, this kind of groove, it comes from New Orleans, and this type of groove was played a lot for processionals at funerals when people would march in the streets and they would, follow the coffins. And so it's based off of people playing marching drums. So again, kind of like when we were talking about mambo and we have different percussionists playing each instrument, it's the same type of situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to imitate that. We're going to have 4 on the floor in the bass drum, 2 and 4 in the hi-hat, and then we have our snare drummers, and it's based off of press rolls. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have the New Orleans dirge.